Welcome to Texas, home. The home of Tesla. My name is Brandon Earhart. I'm the General Counsel and Corporate Secretary, and this meeting is going to be in two parts. First, we're going to cover the 12 items that stockholders have been asked to vote on, as well as any other matters that have been properly presented. Second, our founder and CEO, Elon Musk, will provide a presentation. During the course of the following sessions, we may discuss our business outlook and make other forward-looking statements. Such statements are predictions based on current expectations. Actual events or results could materially differ due to a number of risks and uncertainties, including those disclosed in our most recent 10-K or 10-Q as filed with the SEC. Such forward-looking statements represent our views as of today, should not be relied on hereafter, and we disclaim any obligation to update them after today. At this time, I'd like to thank members of the Tesla team and the board that are here in attendance. A representative from PricewaterhouseCoopers, Tesla's independent auditor, is also present. But before we begin, I'd like to introduce you to our board chair, Robin Denholm, who would like to say a few words.
Thanks, Brandon, and hello, everyone. As chair of Tesla's board, I am honored to welcome you all to our home, Texas, for our annual 2024 annual shareholder meeting. And when I say I'm honored to welcome you, our shareholders, I truly am. No other company in the world has such a diverse, engaged, and supportive set of shareholders as Tesla. No other shareholder base understands its company like you do, nor is as committed to Tesla's mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy like you are. It is a shareholder base whose interests the board are proud to represent. It is also a shareholder base that understands that in order to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy and a sustainable energy economy, Tesla needs to develop the most revolutionary technologies, not only in autos, but in energy and artificial intelligence as well. Our achievements this past year are steps towards fulfilling our mission. Some highlights include the Model Y becoming the best-selling vehicle in the world in 2023. Beginning deliveries of the much-anticipated Cybertruck, proving that the muscle and utility of a pickup truck can be electric and cool. And our energy storage deployments reaching an all-time high in 2023, with the deployment trend continuing in 2024. By using our products, Tesla customers avoided releasing over 20 million metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions in 2023. That is the equivalent of 51 billion miles driven by ICE vehicles, an increase of about 18 billion avoided ICE miles since 2022. But to continue the exponential growth in greenhouse gas emission avoidance, we not only have to get our products into as many customers' hands as possible, but we also need to increase the utilization of our products. And to help further with that goal, we released FSD Supervised, demonstrating that our approach to autonomy is scalable and that accomplishments in artificial intelligence, along with leveraging our existing production lines to get our next generation products to market faster, are essential to achieving our mission. We have made and plan to make further investments in hardware and software ecosystem to further advance our path to autonomy and set a course to realisation of robo-taxis. But sustainability is not just about avoiding emissions. It needs to take into account the whole life cycle from the manufacturing of the products to the product's end of life. That is why we source responsibly. We design our manufacturing processes to use less water per vehicle than the industry average. And for the third year in a row, we power our supercharger network with 100% renewables energy. And we are also working to build a battery material recycling ecosystem, both internally and with others, to ensure that we are moving towards a truly circular economy for energy storage. In 2023 alone, we supported the recovery of enough battery materials to build 43,000 new rear-wheel drive Model Ys. That result is the epitome of a sustainable economy. While sustainability is our mission, we also have the goal of safety. Our cars are engineered to be some of the safest in the world, and we take real-world data from our fleet and our ability to push over-the-air updates to optimise safety for all our vehicle models. Our attention to autonomy also plays a role in our goal of safety. Based on 2023 data, Tesla vehicles with driver assist technologies engaged have only a one vehicle accident per 5.64 million miles driven, compared to the US, yeah, I think it's worth quoting. Compared to the US vehicle fleet of one accident per 670,000 miles driven. So not only are you protecting the environment by driving a Tesla, you're also protecting yourself and those who ride with you. With another year of progress in furthering our mission under our belt, I want to take this moment to thank our phenomenal Tesla employees, whose creativity, hard work, and dedication are the source of our success. Yes, huge thanks. And as most are also shareholders alongside each and every one of you, I hope each employee takes pride in the role that you have played in Tesla's accomplishments. I am proud of you, and the board and I appreciate you tremendously. Finally, I want to remind our shareholders that your board is listening, and we are here to represent your interests. You are the owners of the company, and your voices, your perspectives, and your input are critical to us as a board and to the direction of the company. My fellow directors and I serve as your fiduciaries and oversee Tesla's mission, purpose, and strategy with those responsibilities in mind. We continuously set the highest standards for ethical behaviour, corporate citizenship, and corporate governance. You don't see the day-to-day work of the directors, but I can assure you this is a highly engaged board, and I would like to thank my fellow directors for their dedication, whether it be inside the boardroom, meeting with our shareholders, or working closely with our team members throughout the company. Tesla is unique. Thank you. Thank you. Tesla is unique in how active and large our retail shareholder base is. And we hope you here in this room and our shareholders joining us virtually today continue to take advantage of our shareholder platform to enhance your engagement with Tesla. I want to give a special shout out to our small but mighty IR team and legal team and everyone involved in running this year's proxy campaign, both inside and outside of Tesla. There is still much to do, but it has galvanised us around the strong belief that the right things are always worth fighting for. Thank you. And now I'll hand it back. Thank you. Now I'm going to hand it back to Brandon. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. So I will now call the meeting to order. The time is now 3:40 p.m. Central, and I declare that the polls are now open. We have already received over the past few weeks voting proxies from our stockholders. However, if you wish to vote your shares at this time, you may do so through the virtual meeting portal, or if you want to vote in person, ballots and ballot boxes are available at the front. Tesla's board of directors has appointed Tony Cardidio, a representative of the Cardidio Group, to serve as the inspector of election. In addition, Broadridge Financial Services has certified that starting on April 29th, 2024, the proxy materials or notice of internet availability for proxy materials were mailed or provided to all Tesla stockholders of record on April 15th, 2024. We have a majority of the outstanding shares represented at the meeting, so I declare that there is a quorum present and that we may proceed with the meeting. The items on the agenda are as follows. There are 5 Tesla proposals. The election of 2 Class II directors, James Murdoch and Kimball Musk, to serve for a term of 3 years or until their respective successors are duly elected and qualified. To approve executive compensation on a non-advisory basis. To approve the re-domestication of Tesla from Delaware to Texas via conversion. To ratify the 100% performance-based stock option award to Elon Musk that was previously approved by stockholders in 2018. To ratify the appointment of PricewaterhouseCoopers LLP as Tesla's independent registered public accounting firm for the fiscal year 2024. Tesla's board has recommended that our stockholders vote for each of the 2 director nominees and for each of the 4 other Tesla proposals. We have also received 7 stockholder proposals that are described in the proxy statement. I would like to remind our stockholders that Tesla's board has prepared a statement in opposition to these proposals, which also appear in our proxy statement. So let's turn to those 7 stockholder proposals. The first one is an advisory vote regarding reduction of director terms to 1 year. Our board has recommended that our stockholders vote against this, as explained in the proxy. This stockholder proposal is proposed by Mr. James McRitchie, who has prepared a pre-recorded message.
Thank you. We presented a similar proposal in 2021. 55% supported it, even though the board put up a competing proposal, accountability every other year instead of every year. Neither received the required 67% of shares owned. 90% of the S&P 500 have a declassified board. Most institutional shareholders will again support our proposal. Join them. The recent Delaware court case identified 3 legal deficiencies at Tesla. Directors were not independent, the facts of the pay plan presented to investors were misleading, and the board failed to negotiate properly. A major part of the cure is declassifying the board so shareholders can hold directors accountable or submit their own nominations. Matt Moscardi of Free Float calls proposal number 6 the most important vote today, since it may enable investors to change the board, bringing new skills and professionalism. John Chevedden's simple majority vote is the other crucial vote. Another important endorser is Nell Minow, co-founder of companies including proxy advisor ISS. The Musk premium is already eroding. Tesla is Musk's liquid piggy bank since it's publicly traded. His other companies are not. Either he sticks around long enough to use our shareholder capital to fund his other ventures, or he shifts his attention sooner if we reject his pay package and turn off the money tap. Bite the bullet. Prepare for a future that doesn't depend on a superhero dictatorship. We need to transition from a board dominated by friends and family to one of expert independent directors in engineering, software, and other relevant fields. Musk is a genius. I'm saddened to see him focus his attention elsewhere, but it is happening. Don't let him siphon off more from Tesla. We need to transition to a more democratic Tesla that can attract customers, employees, and shareholders seeking a better world ahead. Again, vote for number 6 and 7. Declassify the board for accountability. Lower the voting threshold for more flexibility. Vote now before the polls are closed. Your vote can make a significant difference in our future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McRitchie. As a reminder, the board's response was contained in our proxy statement. The second stockholder proposal is an advisory vote regarding simple majority provisions in our governing documents. Our board has recommended against and are set forth for the reasons in the proxy. This stockholder proposal is proposed by Mr. John Chevedden, who is on the line to present this proposal. Mr. Chevedden, I would like to invite you to speak. You will have 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Hello, this is John Chevedden. Proposal 7, simple majority vote. Shareholders requested the Board of Directors take the necessary steps so that each voting requirement in the Charter and bylaws that calls for a greater than simple majority vote be replaced by a requirement for a majority of the votes cast for and against such proposals, or a simple majority. This includes making the necessary changes in plain English. This Proposal 7 is the exact same concept that the Tesla Board of Directors supported at the 2022 Tesla annual meeting. The 2022 Tesla Board of Directors proposal then won 98% support from the Tesla shareholders who voted, and the Board of Directors version of this proposal would have been adopted earlier if the Board of Directors had only made a slight effort to encourage more Tesla shareholders to vote for their proposal. This simple majority vote standard proposal will help improve Tesla shareholder rights. Tesla now scores a dismal 10 in shareholder rights, with 10 being the worst possible score. The Tesla Board of Directors supported this proposal concept in 2022 and should do so today. Shareholder rights and a simple majority vote standard are all the more important when Tesla has a CEO, Elon Musk, who is threatening to give less attention to Tesla and is threatening to withhold advanced technology from Tesla unless he gets a $56 billion paycheck. Never before have shareholders been under such duress when asked to approve an outrageous $56 billion CEO paycheck. Plus, there's no promise with the $56 billion paycheck that Mr. Musk will devote any minimum percentage of his time to Tesla or pursue any minimum amount of advanced technology at Tesla. Russ Gerber of the investment firm Gerber Kawasaki said, "I believe the Tesla Board of Directors is the most conflicted, least independent, and most incapable Board of Directors in the history of business. Please vote yes. Simple majority vote, Proposal 7.
Thank you, Mr. Chevedden. As a reminder, the board's response is set forth in the proxy. Our third stockholder proposal is an advisory vote regarding annual reporting on anti-harassment and discrimination efforts. Our board has recommended against for the reasons set forth in the proxy. This stockholder proposal is proposed by the New York State Common Retirement Fund as the lead filer, which has requested that Dr. Kristen Hall, as representative for Neo Impact Capital as co-filer for this proposal, present this proposal. Dr. Hall, I would like to invite you to speak. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Dr. Kristen Hull of NEA Impact Capital. I'm here on behalf of lead filer, New York State Comptroller Thomas D. Paoli, trustee of New York State Retirement Fund, owner of Tesla shares valued at over $650 million as of March of this year. And I'm here as a co-filer of Proposal 8. The fund is a significant long-term owner of Tesla and has an explicit focus on investing in climate solutions. Longview Large Cap Fund, through its trustee Amalgamated Bank, AP7, and Arjuna join us in filing this resolution. Our firm name, NIA, means intention and purpose. We invest only in those companies we see building toward a better world, a sustainable and inclusive future. As the founder of NIA, I had been proud in our early ownership of Tesla. I saw the potential and the need for innovation in the automotive and the clean energy market space. However, when looking under the frunk, we find failures in workplace management, one of the most important components of any business. Employees need to be hired, trained, motivated, and engaged to do high-quality work. And we need those employees to be able to contribute to their top ability. To do so, they must feel both physically and emotionally safe at work. Investors are requesting the report outlined in Proposal 8 because workplace abuse, harassment, and discrimination have no place at Tesla. They can result in substantial costs, including employee turnover, increased absenteeism, and reduced productivity, as well as legal costs, all of which can impact shareholders' investments in the company. They may also lead to difficulties in recruiting high-quality employees, something that Tesla needs to remain innovative and at the forefront of a quickly moving technological landscape. We have expressed concerns about Tesla's workplace for years. And year after year, more harassment and discrimination allegations have emerged with few visible improvements in Tesla's people management policies or practices to assuage our concerns. Lawsuits and class actions before Tesla now involve thousands of employees, with allegations including repeated use of racial epithets by managers and employees, segregation and discrimination against non-white employees in job assignments, pay and promotion, and retaliation when employees report their experiences. These concerns are why I now formally move Proposal 8, requesting that Tesla's board commission an independent report on the effectiveness of the company's efforts to prevent harassment and discrimination within this revolutionary and innovative workspace. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Hull. The board's response is set forth in the proxy materials. Let's turn to the fourth stockholder proposal, which is an advisory vote regarding the adoption of freedom of association and collective bargaining policy. Our board has recommended against for the reasons set forth in the proxy. This stockholder proposal is proposed by SOC Investment Group, whose representative Tezel Patel has prepared a pre-recorded message.
Hello, I'm Tezel Patel, the Executive Director of the SOC Investment Group, and I hereby move Proposal 9, a shareholder proposal requesting that Tesla Board of Directors adopt and disclose a non-interference and collective bargaining policy that upholds international labor rights standards in its operations. This resolution was submitted with other co-filers, and we are concerned that Tesla's existing policy fails to clearly explain how conflicts between international and local labor law will be resolved, and because of clear indications that Tesla is not adhering to its current policy despite the operational, legal, human capital management, and reputational risks involved. We recognize that Tesla revised its global human rights policy in April 2023 to explicitly refer to the rights of workers to free association and collective bargaining, but these revisions were fatally compromised. The statement committing to respect these rights includes the qualifier in conformance with local law, rather than referencing the often higher international human rights standards, suggesting that Tesla respects these rights only as explicitly required by local laws. Numerous signs suggest that Tesla is not respecting its workers' fundamental rights. In Sweden, Tesla has faced months-long strikes and boycotts over what has been characterized as a refusal to bargain. Moreover, as part of its reporting on the situation, Reuters wrote that Tesla has a policy of not signing collective agreements, which, if true, would directly contravene the company's current policy. In Germany, Tesla faces allegations of refusal to bargain and poor working conditions. In the United States, Tesla has had adverse decisions by the full National Labor Relations Board and the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals over labor rights violations. Just last month, the NLRB issued a complaint alleging that restrictions in Tesla's workplace technology policy served to unlawfully discourage employees from joining unions or acting concertedly. It is also relevant for shareholders to consider the broader human capital management risks Tesla faces, including reports of higher health and safety violations and injury rates than peers, and numerous lawsuits alleging of hostile work environments. Freedom of association and collective bargaining are considered enabling rights, meaning that they empower workers to effectively advocate for additional labor rights, including the right to a safe and healthy workplace free from discrimination. The adoption of a comprehensive labor rights policy that clearly articulates a commitment to non-interference, good faith collective bargaining, and adherence to higher international standards would help Tesla better mitigate these human capital management risks, as well as operational and reputational risks, like we are seeing in Sweden. Therefore, we urge you to vote for item 9. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Patel. The board's response is set forth in the proxy. The fifth stockholder proposal is an advisory vote regarding reporting on effects and risks associated with electromagnetic radiation and wireless technologies. Our board has recommended against for the reasons set forth in the proxy. This stockholder proposal is proposed by Lendrell Purcell, whose representative, Dr. Devra Davis, has prepared a pre-recorded message.
I am Devra Davis, founder of Environmental Health Trust. I am speaking with you today on behalf of shareholder Lendrell Purcell regarding her proposal seeking an annual report on the risks from magnetic fields and wireless radiation in their products. I'm also speaking on behalf of millions of young children, infants and toddlers, and pregnant women who are more vulnerable to wireless radiation, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. I'm the founding director of the Board on Environmental Studies and Toxicology from the National Academy of Sciences, and I've published more than 220 scientific articles on environmental health and have concluded, along with hundreds of other experts, that current exposures to non-ionizing electromagnetic fields, called EMF, constitute a serious and unrecognized public health risk. Tesla vehicles operate with a 1,200-pound battery that emits magnetic fields and also uses wireless equipment such as Wi-Fi and radar emitting wireless radiation. Tesla should provide transparent information on measured exposures and efforts to reduce them. The World Health Organization has concluded that both low levels of EMF and microwave or cellular radiation are, quote, possible carcinogens, the same category as some pesticides and gasoline. The companies that provide secondary insurance, like Lloyd's of London and Swiss Re, have long considered electromagnetic fields to be uninsurable, comparable to asbestos, due to potential health and environmental damages. Tesla shareholders have a right to know how the company insures itself against such risks. The fact that current levels may be legal does not mean they are safe. In fact, U.S. regulations were set more than a quarter century ago. It has been 3 years since the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia determined that the FCC had been, quote, arbitrary and capricious in its failure to consider all of the science and refusal to update wireless limits. Tesla has failed to inform consumers about the measured levels of magnetic fields and wireless radiation within the automobile or their other products. Infants and toddlers by law are strapped into seats to protect them during crashes, but they have no protection from EMF that can go more deeply into their thinner skulls. To mitigate risks for Tesla, the company could shield its vehicles and ensure wireless antennas could be easily turned off. Hardware and software changes can lower exposures generally. Tesla has developed extremely rigorous compliance and hazard screenings beyond regulatory requirements for certain toxic chemicals. Investors can encourage the company to take a similar leadership role regarding reducing EMF. It's time for the company to unambiguously compete on safety regarding wireless radiation and non-ionizing radiation emitted by its products. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. The board's response is set forth in the proxy. Let's move on to the sixth stockholder proposal, which is an advisory vote regarding adopting targets and reporting on metrics to assess the feasibility of integrating sustainability metrics into senior executive compensation plans. Our board has recommended against for the reasons set forth in the proxy. This stockholder proposal is proposed by Tulip Share Securities Limited, whose representative, Constant Ricketts, has prepared a pre-recorded message.
Good afternoon. Fellow shareholders, thank you for your time. I'm Constance Ricketts, and today I'm speaking on behalf of Tulip Share in support of Proposal 11, urging Tesla to integrate sustainability metrics, including diversity among senior executives, into executive compensation plans. This proposal calls for robust, quantitative targets and transparent reporting to both resolve executive pay plan controversies and ensure our company's long-term stability and success. Diversity and independence in leadership are essential for innovation and enhanced decision-making, while sustainability metrics in executive compensation reflect alignment with regulatory pressures, investor expectations, and responsible business practices. Despite 75% of S&P 500 companies incorporating sustainability metrics into executive pay plans, Tesla fails to do so. This is especially concerning given our mission to accelerate the world's transition to renewable energy. The recent ruling that voided our CEO's $56 billion pay package highlighted the need for fair and negotiated compensation plans that serve stockholders' best interests. Tesla's proxy statement does not offer substantive evidence of how the voided 2018 award harms stockholder democracy or how its ratification will cure prior deficiencies and lead to a different outcome. Likewise, the opposition to this proposal fails to show any evidence of an existing performance-based component integrated into the executive pay structure that respects established human rights due diligence processes and principles. Instead, it cites its human rights policy that is wholly unrelated to executive compensation and doubles down on the argument that the currently contested executive pay structure is the only means of motivation to achieve our company's mission. This commitment to the status quo essentially dismisses the ongoing controversies that Tesla must face and overcome, including softening sales, advancing competition, split focus in leadership, a 30% drop in stock price, reduced market cap, mass layoffs, human rights violations, and ongoing legal challenges. Tesla's executives absolutely should be duly compensated for innovative and successful business. However, stockholder democracy allows us to oppose demands like 25% control of the company and the largest pay package in corporate American history via further share issuance. We also have the right to vote for our leadership's compensation to be commensurate with financial and sustainability performance. This does not mean we do not respect our leadership's time, energy, and contributions. Quite the contrary, as it is our duty as stockholders to ensure long-term viability and success for our company.
Thank you, Ms. Ricketts. The board's response is set forth in the proxy. Let's move on to the seventh stockholder proposal, which is an advisory vote regarding committing to a moratorium on sourcing minerals from deep-sea mining. Our board has recommended against for the reasons set forth in the proxy. This proposal is proposed by As You Sow, whose representative, Elizabeth Levy, has also recorded a pre-recorded message.
Good afternoon, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Elizabeth Levy, representing As You Sow, speaking on proposal number 12. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the bottom of the ocean. Even so, a new industry is moving forward to exploit the deep sea. We believe this industry poses risks to Tesla now and into the future. Deep-sea mining is the process of dredging the ocean floor to extract battery-related minerals. It will indiscriminately destroy habitats and obliterate life in its path. Seabed mining could release carbon stores and toxic sediment plumes, poisoning marine food chains and disrupting sea life breeding and migration. The deep sea is complex and abundant with life. Its ecosystems are slow-growing and fragile, with little to no ability to recover from outside disturbance. Plans are moving forward to launch the process for commercial-scale deep-sea mining with or without regulation. Tesla's membership in the OECD and IRMA mining protocols does not resolve this issue, as neither currently applies to mining in the deep sea. Over 800 marine science and policy experts, 25 countries, 72 indigenous groups, and 48 companies are calling for a ban, moratorium, or precautionary pause on deep-sea mining. This includes Tesla's competitors BMW, Renault, Rivian, Volkswagen, and Volvo. Even General Motors has stated it does not plan to use deep-sea mine minerals. Our company's public stance on deep-sea mining matters. Tesla is the face of the EV transition, and its ambiguous position on deep-sea mining could drive investment in this controversial industry. Conversely, a clear stance restricting Tesla's use of deep-sea minerals can drive innovation in battery mineral tech, recycling, and circularity. With these technologies, even the most ambitious future EV use scenarios could be met without harming the deep sea. Tesla's failure to take a stand on deep-sea mining, combined with the fact that a former Tesla board director is now serving as a board member and special advisor to the CEO of the metals company, the very company leading the charge on deep-sea mining, raises concerns. Such a relationship appears to imply that Tesla supports the metals company in its deep-sea mining activities. Committing to a moratorium will clarify expectations and reduce reputational harm to the company, assuring customers and investors that Tesla will indeed wait until science shows deep-sea mining will not cause significant or irreparable damage. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Levy. The board's response is set forth in the proxy. Please note that now is the final opportunity to submit any votes in order for them to be counted. I declare that the polls are now closed. Based on the proxies that we have received and the votes submitted at this meeting, I'd like to announce the results on a preliminary basis. With respect to the 7 stockholder proposals, our stockholders have approved the recommendations of the Tesla board on all of them except for Proposal 6 regarding director terms and Proposal 7 regarding simple majority voting. Now moving on to the 5 Tesla proposals. First, our stockholders have approved the election of our 2 Class 2 directors, James Murdoch and Kimball Musk, to serve for a term of 3 years and until their respective successors are duly elected and qualified. Second, our stockholders have approved executive compensation on a non-binding advisory basis. Third, our stockholders have approved the ratification of appointment of PricewaterhouseCoopers LLP as Tesla's independent registered public accounting firm for the 2024 fiscal year. Fourth, our stockholders have approved the redomestication of Tesla from Delaware to Texas. Fifth and finally, our stockholders have approved the ratification of the 100% performance-based stock option award to Elon Musk that was approved by stockholders in 2018. The meeting is now closed, and with that, Tesla shareholders, let's welcome Elon Musk.
The goal is to give people hope that there is a path to a fully sustainable global economy, that we are on that path, that we are accelerating that path, and that so long as we don't get complacent about it, it will happen.
This was really the beginning of the end of the Tesla bubble. I actually think the company could go bust.
Tesla's Model Y is the world's best-selling car, beating out Toyota's RAV4 and its Corolla models.
Regarding FSD version 12, it's profound. The rate of improvement is rapid. It might be the biggest asset value appreciation in history when you can do unsupervised full self-driving.
I mean, that just sounds like a story stock. Autonomous taxis. I mean, can you really balance your checkbook with, sort of pie in the sky predictions like that?
If you ask the wrong question, the right answer is impossible.
My prediction is that a majority of Tesla's long-term value will be Optimus. And that prediction I'm very confident of. It's very rare a product comes along that is seemingly impossible, that experts said would never be made. And this is one of those times. Finally, the future will look like the future. People say, why'd you make it bulletproof? I'm like, why not?
Energy storage deployments, the Megapack in particular, reached an all-time high in Q1, leading to record profitability for the energy business.
This is the machine that builds the machine, and the factory is the product. And this building is the most advanced car factory that Earth has ever seen.
If you value Tesla as an auto company, it's just the wrong framework. If somebody doesn't believe Tesla's going to solve autonomy, I think they should not be an investor in the company. But we will, and we are.